Hey guys, Boy Scouts Pro Tom Redington here, and have I got a really cool tip for you today. This is one I've not seen before. A friend of mine's dad actually figured it out. I call it, his name is Steve Ohms, and I call it the Steve-O in honor of him. Actually, my elementary school teacher's husband. So you actually do learn a few things in school, believe it or not, for fishing. But let me show it to you. Creature baits, right? The beaver style baits, flipping, we all know they work. And most of us now have gone to like the rebarb, the keeper style hooks, the straight shank. This also works with offset, but really on these keeper style, it's going to help eliminate some frustration. So I put it up on my hook. It's sitting there. It has a narrow head. I catch one fish, right? It's held in place by that little keeper. It's holding it there. I can go through brush and anything, and it's not going to shake it loose. Well, guess what happens? I catch one fish. He rips down the bait, right? And it comes back like this. You take it out, a brand new bait, and the head is split out, and I can't hook it again. So I have to throw it away. I have to get another one. You're going to go through a whole lot of baits. Hopefully the fish are biting, right? You go through a bunch of these, and you know what always happens? They're on black blue, right? You have 137 green pumpkin and 400 watermelon red, but you're down to 3 black blue, and you're trying to do everything to save them. Well, here's a little tip. Sometimes I'll get 15, 20 fish out of one bait. It's pretty amazing. It's not going to work every time, but as they say, 60% of the time it works every time. In this case, it's almost 80 or 90%. So we all know about the O-rings, just a plain O-ring, right? The little rubber O-rings, you can get them at the tackle stores. We all know how to use that for a wacky rig. You put it there and you just hook through that O-ring, it doesn't tear up your worm. Well, same deal here. I simply take an O-ring, and I'll take my favorite beaver bait, this Lake Fork tackle flipper, and you can get a O-ring tool or you can use a pliers. I'll show you that as well. But you just put it over the head of the bait, slide the O-ring onto it, and I'll do a close-up so you can see this a little better. But I slide that O-ring, and I want it just about 2 notches on my beaver style bait down, right? Towards the head. Now, I just thread it on like a normal Texas rig. Now here's the trick. It has this little keeper, right? That's what keeps it up, that little, you can see the little part that holds it up, that little keeper. I'm gonna slide that past, or underneath the O-ring. So now, that little keeper is going to hold that O-ring in place. I just hook it Texas rig as normal. And now my flipper, the head stays up. When I hook a fish and it punches through, it doesn't seem to impact my hook ratio, but it stays up there. And you can get, and sometimes it'll slide down, but you can hook it over and over. Like I said, I've gotten 15, 20 times out of one bait versus normally you set it once, you rip the head, a brand new bait's gone. Now offset hooks, you know, like the swing heads, the biffle baits, all those, I do the same thing here. I just put a little bit of that, I put that O-ring keeper there, it'll hold it up. The other way you can do it, pretty simple. You can just take a pair of pliers if you don't have the tool, just put them in the tip of your needle nose pliers, hopefully less rusty than mine, and then just force the head of the bait through the split ring, and there we got it. See right there. So I put it down on most of the beaver style baits, like the flippers, it's like the second notch. That's about right, but just thread it down. Like I said, this thing, it helps prolong the life. Haven't seen anybody do it, so thanks, Steve. It's the coolest trick I got. It's gonna save you a lot of baits, save you a lot of money.